Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly writing vlog. It is Monday today. Yes, we are starting on a Monday for once. I just wrapped up the other vlog because I forgot. I forgot that it existed. I am feeling pretty productive today and I'm hoping, praying, wishing on all the brightest stars that I will actually follow what I'm supposed to do today for the set day thing. I don't think I'm going to film it as an experiment in itself. Today is the day, I think, I have to double check, that I work on my dystopian trilogy as a whole. So I decided that I would start re-outlining the second book now, meaning today I actually do work on all the 3 books. I'm currently working on the 3rd. There's an empty house apart from my mum, so hopefully no distractions. Essentially today is just, I don't really have any goals for it today. It's just to work on all the 3 books. I don't have any word goals, don't have any time goals. It's just to make progress. If I did have to give myself a goal, now that I'm thinking about it, I do actually want to catch up with the 3rd book to where I left off writing, because I think I already mentioned this, but just in case I didn't, I was doing the 3rd book and I wrote like 5,000 words and I didn't like where it was going. I didn't like the directions that it took and some parts just felt super repetitive, and I decided to quickly re-outline those beginning chapters in depth with scene outlines, and I'm going to finish the rest of the book, don't worry, I'm still an outliner. I outlined the beginning of the book and I restarted it. So I'm currently like 1,000 words into this like new version. I'm not calling it like a second draft because I'm only rewriting 5,000 words. So it is just changing the start, because if I carried on from where I started with what I previously wrote, it would have just gone in so many, like, if I wanted to carry on with where I wanted it to be, then I would have had a massive plot hole that I would have to fix in the second draft, when I know I could have just fixed it now and just made the draft like I wanted it to. So I just redid it. It's not really a big deal. Like 5,000 words, I can catch up, and they weren't like 5,000 words, good words anyway. Not that these words are. They're cleaner in terms of plot, not structure. But anyway, I've been talking for way too long. This is going on for way too long. I'm just gonna go downstairs and do some work. Also, just checked, it is the dystopian trilogy day, so we're all good. As you can see, I am downstairs and I am working on book 3. However, it is so hot. I smudged my eyeliner, of course, I always do, and I'm finding it really hard to concentrate, especially because the scene I'm writing now, I've changed it slightly. A character conversation that happened here, I just thought like it just didn't need to happen, so I changed it to something else, and now I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly where I want to go from here. So for book 3 is proving to be the hardest, because as I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to realize more and more that I'm gonna have a hard time wrapping this up. Like, I know what I want to happen and I know what I want the end to be. I just don't know how to get there. The idea I do have could work, but there's like, I need leverage for this scene to work, but I don't know what the leverage could be. And everything I have an idea for is just kind of useless, and I don't feel like it'd be good leverage. So I think I'm just gonna reach 2,000 words. Then I'm going to switch over to the 1st book, because so far the 1st book seems to be the easiest out of all the 3 to work on. The re-outlining is going to be not difficult but long. It's difficult to figure out exactly where I want the plot points to be, and I have a problem with a character because something was supposed to happen to them in the early chapters, but now it doesn't seem like it makes sense to happen to them just yet. So there's a lot I need to figure out. I do still have my scene outline, so I might just work on that a little bit later as well, just to make things easier. But anyway, I'm gonna get to work, and hopefully won't be too hot. It's been some time and I actually took a break because I sort of lost inspiration because I got overwhelmed, and I was just like, there are so many details in this book I want to add in, and I feel like I'm going to forget to add them in, or they're not going to be naturally added in. Then I realized I do my best pieces of writing when I discovery write. Yes, I like my outlines to know what the plot is doing, but I like to be more flexible with my scenes because I discover things. So I decided to give myself a chance to just write, find motivation to write, and I sat down, read what I wrote last, and realized I like it. I like the direction this is going in. So I'm back on the third book. Haven't done any work on either of the books because, like I said, just been scrolling on TikTok, but now I feel pretty good to go back to writing. As you can see, it is super sunny outside because you can't even see outside, and it is really hot. I don't know if you saw in the previous clip, the temperature that it shows at the bottom is 25 degrees Celsius. For those people that have like it hotter where they live, that might seem like nothing. I don't know what 25 degrees Celsius is in Fahrenheit, but it might not seem that hot. To me, who's used to like 12 degrees Celsius on a normal day, maybe like 14 if we're feeling particularly quirky, 25, hot enough to melt metal in my opinion. I'm gonna go back to writing. I feel pretty good after reading that. And I also thought ahead of time and brought my author journal with my note cards stuck there. So I have them right here, handy dandy to do some rewriting as well. And later down the line I'll have to bring my bullet journal and my draft of book 2 in order to re-outline that book. I guess I'll just get to work. Today's Wednesday, my hair is a mess because I was just laying down and watching TV. And I didn't film yesterday for one reason, and that is I didn't do anything yesterday. I was just mostly relaxing and doing nothing, and it was really hot yesterday. And I had tons of errands to run, so it's not like I even had time really. I mean, I did later in the night, but then I wasn't really that bothered. But I did actually, if it counts, do some work in my author journal. It looks really big right now because there are cards in there. I did do some like work in here, so it's not like I completely did nothing. And I also sorted out a few assignments for college, but other than that, yeah, I really didn't do much. So today, hopefully I can think of something to do, but today is also one of those days where I'm just kind of like, don't really want to do anything. So this might be surprising to hear, but I actually came to sit down on my writing corner and do some work. And for my fantasy series, I actually hit 35,000. So how I was at 34,000 previously with it, I'm now at 35,000. As I was writing, I was kind of struggling because I realized that the characters don't sound like they normally do. Like, they just kind of felt like different people to me. They didn't feel like the people I've been writing, and I think it's just because I take so many breaks in between the story, I kind of lose focus of who the characters really are. Like for my dystopian trilogy, I've been writing them quite consistently, I would say, or I've been in that world consistently, so I never quite forget how the characters are, and I've written them so much, you know, like third book, I'm on the third book now, so I've obviously spent a lot of time with them, but I've been with them so long that I kind of know them well. So I'm gonna try, do my best, hopefully, to get this project, the fantasy series, consistently written so that I don't forget the characters like I feel like I am. Yes, I'm still attached to these things I crocheted. I thought while I'm here, I will switch over to the poetry collection. I'm pretty sure I have like 20 poems now, which is quite good. I don't know how many poems this collection will have. I'm also pretty sure that this poetry collection won't be like published. I think I'm just gonna write a poem, maybe just relax, write some poetry, and just find a different mode of writing. Maybe that will help me. Right, let's see. I just finished writing a poem called Poetry, How Meta. I don't know what made me want to write this poem, but it's basically how I feel about writing. You know, someone that loves writing and feeling the lack of motivation for it. So I think it was very interesting, the fact that I wrote a poem like this. I don't tend to write poems about things that affect me in real life. I tend to just pick topics, write a poem. Maybe that's why my poems are very like one-dimensional, but it was nice writing a poem like this where I used many like metaphors and stuff instead of just like telling you exactly how I felt. And if you read this poem, it might take you like a second to realize what I'm talking about, and that's what I like, the fact it takes you a second to realize what I'm talking about, so it makes you think. But yeah, I'm happy with this poem, relatively happy. It could have been worse. That's the poem for now. I also have to quickly run an errand, so I do have to take a break from this, but maybe while I'm out I get inspired to write a poem. See you all in a bit. Today is Thursday, so it is the next day and it's in the night. Well, not night, but like it's late. I apologize. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm hoping that Friday will be a better filming day, but we shall see. However, I do come bearing good news. I managed to do quite a lot of work today and yesterday. Yesterday evening, I decided to work on my phone. I don't normally write on my phone. I normally feel like I'm the most productive on a computer, so I normally go to the computer. But yesterday I was laying in bed watching TV, so I figured, why don't I multitask and do both? So I did just that, and I managed to work on the fantasy series, book 1 of the dystopian trilogy and book 3. So I'm pretty proud that I managed to get that progress done, and I even in fact hit 20k for the dystopian trilogy yesterday. So that was really, really nice. And then today I decided to work on the 3rd book exclusively, just because every time I wanted to work on something it was that. So I managed to reach 3,000 words for that project. So despite the fact I didn't really like sit down at the computer or film anything or really do anything like super productive, throughout the day I did manage to find time where I could just go on my phone and do some writing and then move on. I realized a character could be cut if another character had different personality traits. Not like different. So character A is the character that already exists and character B is the character I want to cut. So basically I was thinking character B could be cut if I put some of character B's traits into character A's, and then that way character A could take on the responsibility that character B had before, because character B isn't the most important character and they have very limited page time, and every time they do have page time I could easily take out what they do to another character. But then a part of me realized if I cut this character I'll be taking out a really good potential character. If I worked with this character a little bit more, this character could be something pretty good. Today wasn't like the best word count wise day that I've ever had, but today was a good day in terms of how I felt about the writing. Like I also looked over what I wrote yesterday and I really like what I wrote. And the whole thing, I had the problem with the fantasy project. I feel like I kind of overcame that. I feel like I kind of know my characters now, and the scene I wrote yesterday will need to be tweaked, but it's a first draft and I wrote down the structure, I wrote down what I want to happen, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. It's not the worst. The characters could be tweaked a little bit, what they say, but other than that I feel like it's okay for what it does. Now, while I'm here, while I'm talking to you, I want to mention something else. NaNoWriMo in November. It's only September now, so I wasn't really thinking much about it, but today I got an email from NaNoWriMo reminding me or telling me I can now announce my NaNoWriMo project on the website, and that got me thinking, what am I doing for NaNoWriMo this year? I know what projects I'm going to work on in the next year. I already planned it out in my author journal, my writer journal, doesn't really have a name yet, but you kind of get the gist of what it is. I sorted it out, what I'm going to work on, what I'm going to do. This year is just kind of focusing on projects, finishing stuff. I'm not picking up any new projects, I'm not starting any new drafts, but NaNoWriMo has different plans. And then I realized I have a project in my brain that I wanted to work on next year, but I didn't include in that list. It could be a side project, or it could be a NaNoWriMo project that I work on just for fun. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm working on for NaNoWriMo, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a new draft, a new book, something I haven't talked about before at all. Yesterday night I did actually end up working on the fantasy a little bit, but then I got tired, went to my bed and decided to edit some of my previous vlog because that needs to go out soon. But who knows if it'll actually go out on time. I decided today the best thing, or the thing I want to do the most, is actually work on a new adult fantasy idea I have. Yeah, I'm gonna outline now, get everything ready. Then I might make a TikTok because I've been lacking some TikTok content recently. And then, I don't know. Today, I'm just gonna do whatever. But hopefully still do things, because It's good to be productive. Anyway, I'll see you all when everything is set up. Hi everyone, so today is Saturday and I just finished uploading the video for last week's vlog, which you will see tomorrow, but you know, when you see this video, that video will already be out. Today I was actually surprised myself because I was working on my NaNoWriMo novel from 2019, just reading it, making notes, because I still haven't finished that. And even though the writing and the plot and the pacing and everything like that is hard to read at times, it's still nice to go back to an old project. I did open up my fantasy document for NPS. I opened up that document and I wrote like 40 words, but then I decided that I wanted to do something else, so I did. I'm just going to focus on that, maybe film a little bit, and then when I choose to do something else, which hopefully will still be in the same day today, I'll come back. But yeah, that's it. For now, just gonna work on that book. I did a little bit of reading. I got up to chapter 14 of that book, which I think is pretty good. There's 25 chapters and I'm on chapter 14. I wanted to come in and say that I'm going to finish doing that for now because I want to focus on other things. Also, I wanted to show you guys my new computer background. This is the lock screen and it's a quote from the first book of the fantasy series. It said, "But she didn't tell him any of that. Her smile remained and she bent the truth to her favor." They also redid the wallpaper for the home screen. This is a quote from the third book of the dystopian trilogy, and it is, "But hearing the reality brought a different effect on him, like when someone denies the truth until it stares at them right in the face." I just thought it'd be fun to put quotes from my books as my background to kind of motivate me. I actually want to work on the dystopian trilogy, the third book specifically, because I am this close to finishing my catch up to the 5,000 words. I said I wanted to be done by the end of this week and I'm so close, so I can definitely do it. Also, something else is, while looking for quotes to do as a background, I actually read a lot of this book, the third book, what I have, just because I tried to pull something interesting, and I know the third book had like some interesting quotes that I wanted to use for the background. Even though the quotes I just told you don't sound the most interesting. I read through what I had and I actually found myself liking it and enjoying it, which is a good thing compared to the first original time I tried to write this book, where I just completely didn't want to write it and I didn't like it, I didn't like the direction. Another thing I realized I need to do is talk about my writing more, because I kind of just tell you I'm doing something and then do it off camera and then talk about what I did, but I feel like I need to be a little bit more like open about what I'm talking about if I'm going to make this a weekly writing vlog. So hopefully I can start like getting into my head to be more open about what I'm doing and like talk about it more, to like inform everyone. So anyway, I have both documents now pulled up right to where I need to be, so I'm just going to write, I think maybe to the end of chapter 1, because I'm pretty sure I'm like a few hundred words away, and then I'll either start chapter 2 or move to my bed and like take a little bit of a break, because for the past like 3 hours I've been reading, I've been writing, and I've been editing, so I just need a little bit of a break for all that. This chapter is basically just like, it's difficult to try and pinpoint what to do with this chapter because there's this character that needs to be both suspicious of another character and also accepting of the same character, so it's kind of hard to find that balance, but I think I did it okay. That's definitely something I'm gonna have to wait for until the whole book is complete, so I know how the dynamic changes, because I have not outlined the whole book yet. You'd think I would by now, but I haven't. I have like the first 5 chapters complete. Without speaking anymore and wasting more time, I'm just gonna get to finishing this chapter. Done! As you might have seen, I am officially now on chapter 2. My word count is 4,300 words. So it is quite a hefty chapter, but I'm pretty happy with the way it went. The original chapter 1 was 3,500 words, so you can tell I definitely added a little bit more because the chapter was missing things and I just didn't spend enough time on everything. But right now I'm going to go to my bed, just relax, maybe do some like writing on my phone. Hi everyone, so it is Sunday today, meaning the final day of this vlog. So right now it is quite early in the morning because last night I fell asleep so fast, so I didn't manage to finish up video details for the video that is supposed to be going on today. It's all uploaded and it's all good, it's already there. I just need to put in like the details, the thumbnail, which I haven't made yet, and all of that. So I'm sitting in my writing corner preparing to do that, and then hopefully do some other writing stuff. I'm just going to focus on like adding in details now, making the thumbnail, things like that. Just gonna quickly like do the video details, like get it scheduled and everything, and then hopefully I'll come back with whatever else I'm doing. That is now finished. It took me only like 20 minutes to get that done, so it's fine. Everything's good. The video is scheduled, and this also is like an indication to me to start editing this vlog, because I want to get this vlog out next week as well, or by the time you're seeing this it's already out. So yeah, I think I'm just going to maybe write on my phone because I left my computer upstairs. I've been doing that a lot more recently and I actually quite like it, just to relax, watch TV and write on my phone at the same time. I feel like I'm more productive on my phone if the TV is on than if I'm at a computer and the TV is on. So that's what I might do. I feel like I've been spending a lot of time on my dystopian trilogy lately, mostly because I've been really inspired by it lately. But I also feel like I've been spending a lot of time with my fantasy, which is a good thing because I've been getting steady increase in word count for that. I also just realized I haven't had tea in a while, so that's what I'll be doing now, making tea before I get to work. I'm back in my writing corner because I decided I'd be working on my computer a little bit. I did manage to get some progress done on my phone like I wanted, which is good. I'm almost at 6,000 words with this like side project that I'm writing only for fun. I also decided this would be where I end the vlog, just so I get enough time to edit the footage and also start preparing for next week's vlog. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. This is kind of all over the place because I keep forgetting to film, but hopefully, again, like I mentioned, hopefully this is something I'll get better at. Looking back, this week was quite productive actually. I'm pretty happy about that, and I do have to attribute it to this vlog because I kept trying to think of things to put into this vlog, and that's why I did things. So I definitely feel like filming is a good thing for my writing, because sometimes I feel lazy and I don't want to do anything, but then I realize I have to film, so I do things. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you did this week. Did you get any projects done? How are your projects looking? And all of that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!